What is going on, everybody? Prepare to be Kamen and then Ridered tonight because Kamen Rider's awesome. I'm loving him. I'm having a ton of fun with him. I hope you guys, if you have him, are too, because holy hell. This guy and the bozo he brought with him are busted as all get out. Your mom was... Oh, fuck, he got me. Alright, guys, he got me. Sorry, stream's over. Nah, I'm playing. You like my new setup in here? I got the little bike. I got the Cyclone bike. Just learned the name of that today when I made the video. I got the little cherry blossoms falling around. I got him. You go, Wachah! He's doing a little punch. Pretty sick. Like it a lot. Your dad Emperor said he lost to you, and he said that it brought great shame to our family name. I did fight the Emperor earlier. I was walking my dog, and I was playing at the same time, and Emperor stepped up to the plate and put up a good fight. Got a little bit rocked, though. But he put up a good fight, nonetheless. Did you front on the service? How good is Kamen Rider? Man, guys, I don't want to say too much, obviously. Well, I mean, tomatoes. I was gonna say I don't want to say too much because I obviously want people to watch my video breaking down the leaders and stuff, but I feel like I said in the last stream, the people who come to the streams are on like a tier above, right? Regular people who are just watching the videos passively. Kamen Rider is busted as hell. The Spider might actually be one of the best units that they've ever added to the game, period. Kamen Rider is a ton of fun. The Spider actually is busted. This guy is absurd. There's no reason he needs the range this much. There's no reason he's hit 3 times, and the stun is so good. The only things I don't like about him are, it does take a little bit long to deploy the Spider, and to get him into the attack takes a little while. But once he gets going, he gets going. But I saw a lot of people earlier in Discord saying that he could like replace the Kamacuras in your deck because he's 1 cost more, but I think that the fact that the Kamacuras can deploy so fast is generally overlooked. This guy takes a little bit longer to deploy, but Hetera Leader got a buff which made their, their leader ability cost less now, so maybe he could be good pairing with Hetera Leader if you're going to use Hetera Leader. But we can get in some friend battles and I can just show you guys. I can just show you, right? Heedless Commas are the best defense. I agree. I've been using... This is the team that I've been using in Arena today. No, not that one. Is it this one? This is what I've been using in the Arena today. I almost want to swap out the Batra for Leo. I think the trains are fine. I'm hitting some pre-evos with the trains and stuff. And more importantly, with the trains, I'm killing some like low-level spiders, because once the spiders get going, they can really stun lock your guys if you're not like if you're not timed right and they got you beat, they'll stun lock you. So I'm using like Gigan and the trains and stuff to try to like beat out the stun locks, and I'm using Ultima also for the range, because when the spiders get really close to leader, they generally can sit outside of leader range. So Ultima's pretty good for that, but he'll lock up Ultima Leader for sure, so you gotta be ready. So I got the trains and the Kamacuras on standby for other spiders. Like, my big thing right now in the arena that I'm fighting is the spiders. I'm not worried about, like, every deck I'm seeing is just, like, a meta deck with the spider. So I'm like, Bomb Squad with the spider, 5-cost Flyers with the spider, Earth deck with the spider, right? Like, it's insane. It's insane. My Gigan is level 15. Yeah. He's a little low. I'm, like, pretty bad about pulling pieces for characters. Will we be watching him battling and getting folded like a lawn chair? Oh, and also, look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. First of all, let's go back to the deck that I'm going to use in Fix today. Look what I got. I did it. I caved. And I spent the G material earlier today, and I caved. There's only 3 G material. But man, he's tough. I was getting Kamen Rider wins, and this is already such a tough fucking pose. And then this pose B is awesome. This one is fire. He looks so good. I was pretty on the fence about Kamen Rider as opposed to all of the other Shin Japanese hero stuff, because I don't really know a lot about Kamen Rider. But I've been won over with this mustache wearing helmet bug guy. He's pretty sick. Kamen Part 2 for anniversary. That's gonna be so. People are gonna get so upset. Facebook is gonna be so upset when the anniversary for Battle Line is Kamen Rider, right? Should I save past expeditions like usual? No, I don't believe you need to save expedition passes. Generally speaking, you don't have to save your expedition maps that are in the Battle Pass. The only time you should ever be saving your maps that are in the Battle Pass are if there is confirmation of another character or two coming at a later point in the month, and we will not... I mean, I can't even think of a time that they didn't tell us, but generally speaking, Toho will tell us in advance if a character is coming later in a season. The same way that they told us that the Eva collab for last season was going to be 2 units in the beginning, 2 units at the end. For Ultraman, they let us know in the beginning of when Ultraman came out that he was going to be a leader 2 weeks into the season and stuff like that. So you can open up your expedition passes from your battle pass this month. I don't think there's going to be a major problem with it. You're probably chilling because there's not looking like there's any other characters coming to the game, and it looks like the Chibi stuff that they said was for April 1st came today, unless there's more Chibi stuff that we don't know. So there's not going to be any Chibi skins. At least that I don't think. They could surprise us tomorrow, but it looks like the Chibi stuff for the show was already delivered, so I don't think you have to worry about saving your passes. What is the general consensus on the 2 units? The general consensus is that Kamen Rider is an okay... He's like a pretty good unit. He's like Jet Jaguar 73 on crack. It's April 1st in Japan. Oh, well, that makes sense then, yeah. Alright, so then it's done. He's like Jet Jaguar on crack. Oh, this is him as a leader. He comes in with his motorcycle. I don't think it shows you the motorcycle stuff here, but we'll play it in the game. He comes in on his motorcycle, and that does knockback. And then he comes back to your side, wherever you deployed him from. He then, like, will jump kick air units and push them away, and then he'll just karate chop fight the ground units. He has, like, a 2-second attack speed. He has really good health. His damage is a little on the lower side, right? But his health is really good. And his attack speed is 2, so he can get a lot of hits in. He's pretty good. The Spider is better. The Spider is overall, for general use, a better character. Look at this. Look at you studying the gears. You get this whole wave thing. Oh, and Kamen Rider attacks twice. The attack is crazy. He does like a 1-2. He has like a 1-2 chop. So, I'll talk about his leader in a second. I'll circle back to that. The Spider has insane cone AoE right here. It's like, imagine, it's like Ultima's leader ability, right? In terms of range. It hits 3 times. The first hit stuns for 0.3 seconds. So not a big stun. But you can cancel Leos and Caesars with this if you time it right. You can also... Dyson Deadlift's coming in with a 666. Thank you, man. He says... even Dice says Kumo is busted. Thank you. Kumo is busted. Even he says it. So look. His attack speed is 3.2 seconds, okay? This Godzilla's attack speed is 2.8 seconds. So he can't generally stun lock him. But he can definitely make his life a little bit more inconvenient, right? He'll stun lock anything. Oh, no, I don't. With a higher than a 3.2 second attack. Pretty sure. Wait, Kumo is 3 cost? Yeah. So the Spider is 3 cost. Kamen Rider is 4. This thing is ridiculous. We'll take it here. We'll take it into some matches. Let's do here, let's do this. I also have to talk about him as a leader. So we'll play as him as a leader later. Let me use Evangelion Unit 1. Let me replace... let me replace him for Kamen Rider for now. Or, you know what? No, that's fine. Let's do a friend match. We'll talk about the friend match. But I want to talk about Kamen Rider as a lead. Actually, fuck. I want to do friend matches, but let me just talk about Kamen Rider as a leader before I lose my train of thought. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Okay. Let me explain to you what is happening with this, right? Rider kick, energy cost 2, cooldown is 150 seconds, okay? The match is 5 minutes long. 150 seconds is what? 2 minutes is 120 seconds. So this is just over 2 minutes. This is like 2.5 minutes, okay, to take the charge. So you're going to be using this generally twice a match. It reads, deals 350 damage in a circle. He hits twice. And stuns all enemy units on the battlefield for 5 seconds. Immune to damage and status effects while using special move. Stunning the entire battlefield is great. If you thought Mecha King Ghidorah's stun as a leader was good, this is better. This stuns the entire field, and he becomes immune to effects and damage while he is using this ability. So you know what you can do? You know what you can do with this ability? When you activate it here for 2 cost, and he goes into this move, you can dodge Absolute Zero Cannon. Absolute Zero Cannon from Kiryu, for all of us that we all know, takes 90% health. The Kiryu, your opponent Kiryu player, when they enter overtime and you see that cannon open up, right before it hits, you activate this ability, you will take 0 damage. 0 damage from the Absolute Zero Cannon. Kamen Rider as a unit is probably somewhere in the A tier, right? Kamen Rider as a leader is like one of the best that we have, period. He attacks twice, he's immune to Absolute Zero Cannon, and he is a fucking monster, dude. It's that he's immune to Mog when Mog does the ability. That is true. Am I going to talk about the gold, bronze, and silver skins? I did talk about them in my video earlier today. If you really want me to mention them again, I'll talk about them. Have I dropped in my place in the arena? I haven't played in like an hour or two. I'm 42nd now. I went up. I was 41, then I was 43, and now I'm making them 42. Cool. If you go to rewards and you go to ranking rewards, there's these new skins for G89. You have to be in the top 10 for the gold. The minimum you have to be for the gold is 10. The minimum you have to be for the gold is 500. And the minimum you have to be for the bronze is 2,500. So the bronze, most people are going to be able to get the bronze, right? The way the blog post reads is that these skins are only available this season because they're celebrating the figure that's getting released. But the figure isn't really getting released. There's like 10 figures that are getting given away by lottery in Japan. So if you're outside of Japan, you can't get one of these figures. Unless they end up inevitably wanting to sell them. But the way the blog reads is that these skins are going to be available for this season only. But I have other people telling me that this might just be the new reward for every season. So getting the gold skin is going to be a huge flex. It's going to take so much time to stay in the top 10. Like, you don't even understand. Like, the guys in the top 10 right now are just sweating their balls off. Look at this. Skrionk has been killing it. Iluvatar has been killing it. Pans is killing it. Jeez, I think Pans might actually be here tonight, so shout out Pans. Ruin, I didn't mean to click you, I don't know who you are. Ruin, awesome. Goji Fen, great guy. Stagathy's in 13. GM Cafe is at 14. Admin is at 15. Solar Aid 17. Like, come on. My thing is freaking locking up. But you get the idea. It's really hard to be in the top 10, so that gold G89 is, like, looking primo. I don't think I'm getting it this season. I'm going just for the silver. I want to at least be in the top 100. I could easily be a top 10. The grind is too much. I don't have the patience to try to fight for that top 10 spot. You know, it's like I have to be on. I gotta work. I got shit to do. I can't just be playing the game all day. But we'll see. Oh, dude, you made it in. Kamu is definitely getting a nerf. Yeah, Toho hasn't really been nerfing their characters lately. So I'm like, he could be nerfed. I don't know. I think you're right though. If there's any character that is going to get like a possible nerf down the line, it would be the Kumo augment. Manspider ain't getting no nerf. I don't think he'll get a nerf because, I mean, they haven't been nerfing anyone lately. So I don't know why they would nerf him. But I think if out of any other character in the game, he's like the biggest candidate for a nerf. So look, Kamen Rider comes on the motorcycle and he does a little pushback with damage, which is fine. Then he comes back here and he's a little slow. He can do some karate chops, which are pretty cool there, and he gets a W. You know what, honestly, I think, and I've seen a lot today in the arena, so I cannot take credit for this idea, because I've seen it a lot today, but I think that now with the Man Spider in the game, I think we're going to start to see Ultraman back in the meta. Like we discussed in the tier list and in, I think on one of the other streams, Ultraman's kind of fallen off because he's not doing like a ton of damage, right? And you need a lot to facilitate with him. But he is immune to stun. And Man Spider is going crazy right now, right? Everyone's using Man Spider. The perfect counter to him is Ultraman, right? Ultraman can hit him and he's not going to get stunned, so you don't have to worry about it. Earth as well, the only other unit in the game that can't stun, or that can't be stunned. So I think maybe not a rise in Earth. I think that Earth is, if you're using Earth already, probably going to still be using it. Ultraman is going to have a lot of value this season. He's going to be a very high value character. So, Ultraman and Earth decks are going to have really good value this season. Exactly. Even if Earth isn't, no, this is fair. Did I hit fair? Is this a friend battle? I fucked that one up. I didn't do a friend match. I just went into a fair battle. Listen, okay, well, I clicked that one. I was new to leader. Use Kamen Rider as a leader. I will. I want to get gameplay of him on the field first, just so you guys can, like, we'll get a good healthy dose of him on the field. We'll get a good healthy dose of him as a leader, just so we cover all our bases. I like him a lot more as a leader, personally, than on the field. But that's just me. So we'll do Naranga, and then we'll drop both of these guys together. So I need 7 for them. So watch. We're going to do Man Spider. And then we're going to do this. Watch. They're coming for the Batra. Push him a little bit back. There's the Batra. Watch. Look at them. Look at them pop off. The Man Spider stun is crazy. Look at this. That one is done. He didn't even touch our guys. So I'm sorry to this guy that I'm sweating in the fix, but I can't not show up, you know, for stream. I've been running Ultraman, so I may look out when I grind, though. Listen, I think Ultraman's time, I think he's back. The only reason Ultraman really wasn't around was because, like, all the splash damage and explosions, and he wasn't really doing a ton of damage. But now with this, like, insane stun unit, like, you're going to be able to get a lot of value back out of Ultraman, for sure. And look, the Man Spider stays right out of leader range. You know, like, how cheese is that? That's ridiculous. Look how quickly this battle ended. Is Naranga a counter? Naranga could end up being a counter to the Man Spider. I mean, the Man Spider's attack is what, 3.2 seconds? Naranga is 2.7. So Naranga could keep the Man Spider occupied, but he could be fine. If you can get the spider's attention off of your units, that's generally what you want. Naranga probably will be fine as long as he doesn't get caught in that AoE. If he comes up from the side or something, that's probably good. I've been using what's his name, Gigan 04 to grab the Man Spiders, so that's been pretty fine for me. Jaden says, person use Goofy on a team against you that'll get me washed. Sure, use whatever you want. Jaden says that GMK is still going to be generally better and all be good in the world. I mean, GMK is obviously still an amazing unit. But just the fact that stuns are going to be so much more prominent this season means Ultraman's value goes back up this season. It was down in the last season, and even you could say the season before, because there was no need for him. You know, he wasn't really being stunned by anything. Like, Manila was out of the meta. The damage he was doing was really small in comparison to what he's hitting. But now that Man Spider doesn't have an insanely large health pool and is the best stunner in the game, Ultraman kind of has value there. Also, this match was a wash. Ah, you fucking crashed it, you bozo. Stun meta back with a vengeance. I don't think stun meta I just think that you now have a really good stunner. You could try an all-stun deck. Someone fought me today with the Embod base, Naranga, the Spider, and Manila, and I wanted to blow my brains out. That would happen if I joined. Yeah, Kaku fucking ruined it. I gotta reload this game. That's pretty sick. He crashed my game. Love that. There's my Jurassic Park wallpaper. Hope you like it. If I try to get the Manila treatment, swear to God, eventually I think he'll become stronger because of low win rate, like what Batra had. Batra didn't have... Batra's thing was so stupid. Batra had a low win rate because so many people used Batra. So dumb. Furu crashes game. Do it again. If you don't watch your back, I'm gonna do it again. But yeah. The stun meta... I don't think the stun meta is back. I don't know. I think you just have really good options for stunning now. I mean, listen, Naranga is still extremely viable. Man Spider, most definitely viable, right? So, you could... I wouldn't throw Manila in there, but you could throw Manila in there. You know what? You're probably better off in a deck using Naranga, Man Spider, and Gigan 04. He's gonna absolute zero can to me, and I don't have the fucking... Kamen Rider thing. I would have loved to test that out. Would Godzilla Earth still be good against this new stun meta? Yeah. Anything that's immune to stun is going to be good against the stun units, right? So Earth and Ultraman. Everyone talking about Ultraman making a comeback, but I only have him at level 2. It's okay. You'll get there. So he's using Bomb and Destroy It and Fix. Destroy It apparently is doing pretty good in Fix. Rider spawning sucks. Rider spawning is alright. It's not, like, terrible. Remember when this game was called Godzilla Battle Line? Me neither. Listen, everyone can complain all day about them not adding more Godzilla characters, but I'll tell you this much, and I've been saying it. There's a very finite amount of Godzilla characters that exist. You're going to be very upset one day when they run out of Godzilla characters to put in, and you're going to be very thankful that they added a bunch of random characters and padded it out. You're upset now because there's not a Godzilla character that you would like, right? But you'd be even more upset when that Godzilla comes out and they're ass. Maybe now that there's all these new busted characters, to compete with them, the next characters have to be busted. I, for one, am a fan of the collaborations. Maybe you see the Godzilla 70 or Gaigan 72 Monster Arts just teased. I did see that. My brother wants it. I'm not gonna get it. I'm like done. The only other Monster Arts that I would even consider getting would be Godzilla 98 or Zilla 1. I have Monster Arts, and I'm honestly, I think when I got them, I was just like caught in the hype of like collecting them and getting like ultimate stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think the Monster Arts are worth the money. They're too flimsy. Yeah, average man. Like, there's a ton of Godzilla characters. We're gonna get Godzilla characters, right? It's not like Battle Line is the only thing that this is happening in, right? There's a Kamen Rider video game that's out that also has these guys in it. Shin Godzilla was put in the Kamen Rider video game, right? Ultraman was put in it. Evangelion was put in it. In Battle Cats, got Ultraman, Evangelion, and Kamen Rider. Like, it's not just Battle Line. There are other games that also have all of them. Also, if you want to play Devil's Advocate, we got units like Sho, Mogera, Desghidorah, and Mothra who are not Godzilla characters. Exactly. I did actually see a post on Facebook in one of the Facebook groups for Battle Line, and they're like, oh, remember when this game was... They're like, you might as well call this game Toho Battle Line. Yeah. From the very beginning, we've had characters that are not from Godzilla movies. I'm pretty sure the Markolite cannon that they use in this game is also not from a Godzilla movie. I'm pretty sure the one that they use here is from whatever movie had Mogera in it. And the Mogera in this game isn't even from a Godzilla movie. Literally since before day one, Mogera and the Markolite cannon are from the Mysterians. Thank you. They've been in the game since beta. The beta of this game had characters that were not Godzilla related. The fourth month of the game, the fifth character to ever be added to Battle Line was Mothra Leo, and then the following month was Desghidorah. I don't remember Desghidorah fighting Godzilla. Do you? I don't. So, I've never understood when people are like, oh, I'm sick of non-Godzilla monsters being in this game. Like, I get it. You didn't watch Evangelion, you don't watch Ultraman, you don't watch Kamen Rider, and you want the characters that you like in it. But this is literally the same thing as Smash Brothers, when you get upset when there's too many Fire Emblem reps. Evangelion is like the Fire Emblem of this fucking game. The vast majority is still Godzilla. I have the fucking thing. I made, like, literally... I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up again. I'll pull it up again. This was made, I think, in December. I made this thing. Now, where is it? I'll have to update it now. Let me know if you can see it. Yes, you can. I made this in December. And what it is a... Oh, hold on. I'm having a hard time, like, maneuvering it around. Hold up. I made a pie chart showing all of the characters in the game. From, I think this was in December. As of December, 70% of the game is still Godzilla characters, or Toho-related characters. 20% was Ultraman, 10% was Evangelion. Now we have a lot more, so I'm going to have to remake this, right? But there's still an overwhelming majority Godzilla character in this game, and It's not unlike Godzilla, and these collab units haven't collaborated before this either. Right? This isn't the first time they're collaborating. This is the first time they're collaborating like a capacity like this. Battle Cat Month for Chibi would be sick. I'd spend for that. Since anniversary, we've had only 2 non-Godzilla or collabs. Yeah, wait. Since the anniversary, what were the other units that we've gotten? Oh, Destroya and Giant Octopus. Everything else has been a Godzilla. Right? Because, oh, Chef? What's he cooking? Because, what did we get? We got Shin Godzilla. We got Shin Godzilla, and then we got Ultraman and Naranga. And then we got Godzilla 04, and then we got... No, I'm sorry. Shin Godzilla, Ultraman Naranga, Destroy a Giant Octopus, Zeton Mephiles, and then after Zeton Mephiles was Godzilla 04. After Godzilla 04 was Evangelion, Unit 1, and the 4th Angel. After them was nothing in December. And then we got Mechagodzilla, and then we got GMK, and then we're last month, and now here we are. Oh, Chef is cooking. I see him cooking. He said he was making a Goofy Odd deck. He's sweating. And he's going to hit me with the Absolute Zero Cannon, too. And he's going to clip it, and he's going to put it on his YouTube channel. They should make Earth immune to knockback. Low-key, actually. You ain't cooking. And shit, I'm not gonna have Zero Cannon. Also, last year though, last year and through here for Godzilla characters, we kind of got popular fan favorites like Final Wars Gaigan and Goji, GMK, Earthshaker, and Destroy in all forms. Yeah, exactly. Like, we didn't have like any. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. Like, we didn't have any real like characters that people didn't like. We just didn't have. The problem is kind of compounded, right? Like, the collabs are fun, and people who generally like tokusatsu stuff in general are not going to have a problem with the collabs. The problem is that when they do a season with Godzilla, like GMK, we only got GMK that season. But when they did the Evangelion season this last month, we got 4 characters, 3 Evangelions and an Angel, on top of the already Evangelion that we had and Angel. So that's 6 Evangelion units. The year is literally, it's not even April yet. April is tomorrow, at least in the United States. It's not even April yet, and we have gotten 6 Evangelions, 6 Evangelion characters, 2 Kamen Rider characters, so 8. We're in the month of April. We've already got 10 characters added to the game this year. 8 of them are collabs. That's the problem. That's what people are upset about, right? There obviously are people that are upset they're not adding their favorite Godzilla monsters. People want Baragon. People want Titanosaurus. People want Megalon. Megalon is very understandable. I want Godzilla 98. The collabs are going to make a ton of money. This is a Japanese game made by Japanese people. These collab characters are way bigger there in Japan than they are in the West. Even if you guys are watching and you're in Europe or whatever. And I think that people wouldn't have such a problem with the collaborations if the frequency of them was not as often as it is. I like it. I don't mind it. And we've had 2 parts of each collab. We're now at the final Shin Japanese Hero, Part 1. We have 1 more month of Kamen Rider, eventually. We're almost done with the collabs. And by the time the collabs are over, we'll have a minimum of, 4 Ultraman characters, 6 Evangelion characters, and probably 4 Kamen Rider characters at the minimum. And then that's probably going to be it. And we'll go back to our regularly scheduled, here's a Godzilla clone, here's a Godzilla clone, here's a Ghidorah clone, here's a Mothra clone. You can take a look at the units in the game. There's not as many unique kaiju in there as you think. What do we have? 3 Mecha Godzillas now, including the evolutions for Kiryukai. We have 3 Ghidorahs. We have 2 Mothras. We have Batra is unique. We got like 8 billion Godzillas. We have 2 Gigants. We have 2 Jet Jaguars. We have 1 Anguirus. We have 1 Hedorah. Right? If these clubs were spaced more appropriately, I think the hype would be higher. I still think the hype... There's not that there's no hype for these characters. The players who are invested in... Oh, what's up? What's up, Maelstrom from Japan? What's going on? The collabs are evenly spaced, which is fine. And the people who like the properties are hyped. I was hyped for the Evangelion reveal, right? I was hyped for the Ultraman reveal. I was hyped for the Kamen Rider reveal. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a massive Kamen Rider fan. The most that I know from Kamen Rider genuinely comes from people in my Discord and the Twitter account that posts like a random Tokusatsu gif every day. That's it. Okay? Ultraman I knew a little bit more about because I watched the Netflix series and I watched some other stuff. Okay? But like... Godzilla, obviously we're here because we love Godzilla, right? But the Evangelion stuff, over the moon for, right? Over the moon for that kind of stuff. So, I'm like not in the camp of like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I do not like the Kamen Rider stuff. So I am not going to be happy that it's in the game. The way I see it, and maybe I have a bit more of like a generous view, is it's a lot like a Smash Brothers character. I really wanted Doom Guy, Master Chief, and Kratos in Smash Brothers because those are games that I play, right? Those are games that I know. I don't play Fire Emblem. I don't know any of the Fire Emblem characters, right? That's not like my thing. But I'm not losing my mind when we get our 12th Fire Emblem character. This is kind of like the same thing. And I've also seen what people don't realize, I've seen this so many times in my comments or on Facebook, that I'll see like people go, no one knows Kamen Rider, this is a rip-off Power Rangers, they should do something fun like add the actual Power Ranger Pacific Rim. The amount of times I see people ask for Pacific Rim in this game or Gamera, like, do you like not realize like you don't want these collab units because you don't think they're popular. But then you ask for collab units that are popular in, like, the West. But you know this is, like, a Japanese game, right? They're not going to add, like, Western characters. Unless, like, for whatever specific reason. Not even a Kamen Rider fan, and that is hella crap. Any gamer in this game, people think Kamen Rider is Power Rangers clone for games before. That is a take that I saw on Facebook today. Either Facebook or Reddit. Maybe it was in my comments section. Someone said it was a rip-off Power Rangers. And I was like, bro, you're insane. If you're here watching this, Power Rangers technically is the rip-off. Oh, you know what, Kaiserzilla? I was literally just thinking in my head that maybe I put Unit 8 in my squad. Maybe I'll try that out next match and switch up the deck a little bit. It's a good call. It's a good call. But Eva, Kamen, Ultraman, all in the 50 most profitable franchises ever. Yeah, exactly. But they're not just like, they're just not super popular in the West. So people like always complain. But I'm a big fan that they were added. I'm having this, honestly, straight up, no bullshit. The collaboration units are by far the most fun I have, period, season to season in this game. The collaboration units always have been bringing so much life into the game. So much needed life into the game. Right? How many times do I have to sit here with another Godzilla clone? Like, here's this Godzilla who does this, who does fire breath again. Like, I calculate everything in this game. I write down everything in this game. I have so much of it cataloged. Every single Godzilla leader's ability is called Heat Ray. Why? There's no diversity there. Right? The collab units bring so much diversity to this game. It's ridiculous. And if you don't want to use them, generally speaking, you don't have to. Right? None of the collaboration units have been like, except for the 4th Angel and now the Spider, none of them have been like extremely oppressive that you should or you have to be using them, right? You don't have to use them if you don't want to. Burning G Spark. All right, the one is Burning G Spark for Godzilla Final Wars. Gamera equals copyright. They're never... Bro, the amount of people that I see now are asking for a Gamera collab because of all the Shin Japanese heroes. First of all, I think there's like so many sections of Battleline fans online, and I kind of try to lurk in all of them. And I feel like, no offense to everyone on Facebook, but I feel like Facebook is the most uninformed group of people about the game. So hopefully if you're here from Facebook, shout out and share my shit because I will try to help you learn. But I saw people on Facebook, they were like, maybe Gamera, they're like, Gamera is next because Gamera has a show coming out, but then they don't know, like, the lore behind, like, why Shin Japanese Heroes is coming, and it seems like, oh, that's because Facebook, yeah, I know, but there seems to be, like, a large audience, even on, like, Reddit, and in my comments, that, like, don't understand, like, Shin Japanese Hero universe is, like a big, like, marketing stunt, so it becomes, like, they're like, why are they adding all this? They should do Pacific Rim next, they should do Gamera next. Gamera would be cool next. Like I said, I also don't know anything really about Gamera either. Toho will give Gamera 3 HP and 2 attack if he comes to the game. Gamera isn't Toho. I mean, neither is Kamen Rider, right? They're just doing it because Ano is, like, cooking up everything for them. So, look, this guy's pretty much stun locking the Kong leader, which is kind of crazy. He's going to stun lock Ava Unit 2, or 0, whatever one it is. It's kind of possible because legendary, but very unlikely. Yeah, that's like the big ask, right? Is Pacific Rim. Don't Katakawa are rivals. Exactly, they're not gonna put Gamera in here. There's like a huge rivalry between them. All the Shin Japanese Hero Universe movies are made by / with Ano. Yeah, they're either made by Ano or made by Shinji Higuchi. Right, or Hideki Anno. Are Anno carrying Toku for past, what, 6 years? Since 2018? Even longer? When did the rebuilds start coming out? 2009? But yeah. Oh, what's going on, Nick? Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if there's Gundam collab. Gundam could be cool. Godzilla and Gundam have collab before. The rebuilds 2007 got you. What's funny is, weren't the Heisei films of Gamera distributed by Toho? Yeah, I think Toho did distribute the films at one point. I was researching the beef between Toho and Katakawa the other day, and I saw that, but I didn't really look into that. They did something for Gamera, I thought, where they distributed the DVD, or I saw that floating around online. I googled it, and it was there, but I didn't really research it too much, like I said. They should add Godzilla and Gigan from Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex. I'm surprised they didn't do the Gigan Rex guy. That sounds like it might happen. Shin Japanese Hero started in 2013. I think only 4.0 is considered a Shin movie. Yeah. Well, wasn't it? There was a rebuild that came. Shin Japanese Heroes didn't start in 2013 though. Shin Japanese Heroes started in 2020. That's when it was announced in like February of 2020, and then it really ramped up in the summer, right? So technically, if they were to go retroactively, wouldn't the 2021 rebuild be part of Shin Japanese Heroes universe? I'm pretty sure that's what they're considering, all the rebuilds part of this. I just think all the rebuild movies are Shin. Yeah, I consider all the rebuilds as the Japanese Hero. I mean, the Japanese Hero universe thing does consider the rebuilds. That's what they're going off of. They're not going off of the original show. They're going off the rebuilds. Did you hear about the severe weather in Illinois? Lincoln, Illinois got hit too, but luckily didn't get hit by many tornadoes that touched down. I did hear about that. I have some coworkers out there, and they were saying that it was like crazy. So I hope everyone who's out there stay safe tonight. That they were, but still, like, if anything about collabs, because there's a bit more crossover happy. My god, my crossover stuff he had in 2020 alone. Bro, I'm literally waiting here for Hamtaro Godzilla to make it in. That's my dream unit, is Hamtaro Godzilla. That's it. That's what I want. That's what I want. More than anything. More than anything in this game. I want Hamtaro dressed as Godzilla in this game. That's what I want. That's it. That's it. That's what I want. If they could go... If, like, the devil had me sign, like, a contract, and it was like, give your soul, you'd have Hamtaro Godzilla, bam. Bam. Easy. Done. Sign it in blood, cut the finger, do the thumbprint, whatever. Bam. Hamtaro Godzilla. Thank you. 2013 was when Anno made all of the ideas. 2016 was the first Shin movie came out. Because of COVID, all the movies got pushed back to 2021, 2023. Ah, okay. I did not know that he came up with all of them back then at the same time. Interesting. Do the power creep with the new units compared to the older ones? Do you think they will rework older monsters that just don't see play? God, I hope so. The optimist in me says yes. I think the contender for the biggest rework is going to be Mechagodzilla 93, and I think that they'll add Garuda. I think they'll add Garuda as a unit, and then I think they'll make Super Mechagodzilla a leader, or Super Mechagodzilla a evolution, I should say, not a leader. Maybe they don't add Garuda, maybe they just make Super Mechagodzilla a leader, but that's definitely one rework I see happening for sure. There's no reason why I wouldn't. But generally speaking, like, I do not expect them to do any kind of, like, mass rework to any particular characters. Pretty much because of the fact that Toho seems incapable of actually nerfing and buffing things. So it's like... say, for example, Destroya. Destroya is in severe need of an overhaul. Severe. But instead of reworking the characters like they should be, Toho is just going, oh, here's like an extra bit of damage. Is that working? Here's an extra bit of health. Does that work? Can we lower the evolution time? Is that working? As much as I would think that like some characters definitely need overhauls. Rodan 64 needs an overhaul. Mechagodzilla 93 needs an overhaul. King Caesar needs some kind of love, right? He needs a buff. The Swarms even need some kind of buff. Mega Gearus is still pretty good, but she could be a lot better, right? And there's just characters that are completely outclassed in every capability by the fucking spider guy, right? So, Stealth Bomber, give it Naranga stealth feature, bro. It's not that hard, right? Like, it's easy. Figure, like, I just don't think that Toho is as committed to overall broad sweeping change to characters as, like, some other games. For example, I play a lot of Marvel Strike Force, and people who, I talk about Marvel Strike Force all day, right? People who watch the channel, and especially the streams, know that I play Marvel Strike Force. So, that game, they used to do like pretty big reworks to characters if they were falling behind. The Defenders that they had based off of the Netflix Defenders, so it was like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and they had the Punisher there for a time. They had them, they were terrible. They were terrible. And they saw that no one was using them and that it was becoming an issue. So what they ended up doing was they buffed them, they completely changed their kits, their animations, everything, and they became one of the best teams in the game. I do not think Toho is going to do that in any capacity. I think the most we're going to see, if we're just going to see either minor buffs until a character gets better, or one major buff that makes a character busted, okay? Or we'll see a character gain an evolution that is better than before, even if slightly better than before. An example is Kiryu. While Kiryu was not busted, right? Kiryu still got an evolution that made him better. So the evolutions are a chance for Toho to be like, hey, okay, we can clearly upgrade a unit and update them. We just give them an evolution, which I don't like, but that seems to be what they do. Mechagodzilla into Super Mechagodzilla seems the most likely to me. Also, weren't you going to add Eva 08 to your deck? Yeah, I was. I got to switch it up, though. I'm going to put Kamen Rider as my leader, and then I want to put Eva 08, and I want to switch some things around. They plan ways to handle Super Mechagodzilla. I'm excited to see how they end. It's an Ultraman trilogy with the success of this one. The sequel's almost guaranteed. Well, that's pretty hype. The Shin Ultraman was pretty good. Safe to say it's locked me in as a fan, at least a casual fan of Ultraman. So I'm probably going to keep up with that. Now the Kamen Riders out, Kong needs a rework. Exactly, Kong needs one. I think when all the collab stuff is over, we'll start seeing more quality of life changes in maps since they have time to do that, hopefully. That honestly is a good point that I didn't even consider, is that maybe they have to hit all these deadlines for the crossover event and for marketing purposes, that they don't have time to actually get done like some other quality of life features, like a friends list or clans or something like that. I'm shocked that we got a new game mode. You know? But maybe they just been having to hit quotas, and they haven't really been able to do anything, right? You really think that they will change the starter characters, though they were supposed to be just okay? I think that that's a good question. I think that when the game first had launched, it made sense for some characters to just be okay. Like, we can really, like, here, let me put Unit 8 on my team first. Unit 8, let me just make sure I'm not, and I want to take him off, because he's not really doing too much for me. Maybe Mogera just had to buff. Maybe we'll try a Mogera. I feel like he's not going to really end up using him. I mean, we already got a pretty expensive list here. Maybe go a little bit lower than Mogera. What's like a lower cost character that could be fun? Well, I would say, what's his name? Kamen Rider, but we just put him in the deck. Fuck it. We'll just roll with this. Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. So you said how, like, back the characters. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the characters that were available at launch, right? Where's Mechagodzilla? This is Mechagodzilla. Okay. We all know Mechagodzilla. 4 cost, decent. Okay. I have him at level 22 for gold. These are his stats. Okay. These are his stats. He does nothing else. He's just attacks. That's it. Okay. Let's take a look at the spider guy. Here's his stats at 18. A little lower. 3.2 seconds. But he's at the stun. Right? Let's take a look at another gold unit, shall we? Something that we're all familiar with. The 4th Angel. Level 20. Right? Just under the Kiryu. Way more, or not Kiryu, Mechagodzilla, way more attack than him. Explosion for ridiculous damage. The power creep is real. Characters are getting a lot more complex, right? Even if you look at some of the 4 stars that were out during the launch of the game. Kong was the 2nd character ever to be added to this game. He literally does nothing except for hits. He does nothing. And now we have fucking, where is she? This that transforms into this monster and does like a big leap, a stun, a damage boost, like ridiculous shit. Like, the power creep is absurd. And I think at a certain point in time, it was probably alright to leave some of these characters as like mid and have them be like pretty good examples of like, oh, this is just like your default character. And it's totally fine for there to be like, not every character has to be OP. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Not every character has to be OP. And not every kit has to be complex. But there does come a point where the characters that are being released are significantly better than the characters that we've had, even at lower levels, right? So then it becomes, do characters need to get rebalanced? I generally don't. I'm not a huge fan of power creep, although I know that it's like inevitable, right? It's always going to happen. And then there are characters exactly that you've brought up in the chat. Mechagodzilla 21, his kit is just extremely complex and it doesn't need to be, right? So that's another example. Like, we don't need complex kits. We need better stats. So Mechagodzilla 93, he doesn't have to do anything super complex. He can still just be, just hit the air, hit the ground, and just be a general decent unit at 4 cost, right? But you compare him to, like, the Spider at 3, who does so much more, then you're like, okay, well, Mechagodzilla needs some kind of change, right? He needs maybe better stats. Not every character needs to be OP, but every character needs to have a purpose. Exactly. Like, you don't need to have every character be, like, meta. You just need to have it so, like, okay, this character is really good for beginners. But, you know, by the time that a lot of people level up, they're not going to use them. And that's fine. It's okay to have starter monsters, starter characters, and get left in the dust. In Marvel Strike, I'm going to go back to Marvel Strike Force. It's the game I play almost as much as this. I actually probably play Marvel Strike Force maybe more. I play Godzilla Battleline more these days, right? But I've been playing Strike Force every day for 5 years, okay? There are heroes and teams in that game that are meant for early game and late game. Perfect example is the Wave 1 Avengers. Everyone knows the Avengers, right? Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hulk. Those characters, you put them on a team together, they're pretty good. Beginners generally will go and grab them, and on their own, they're all right. But for the end game, did I get Apocalypse yet? I'm 2 gear pieces away from having Magneto ready for Apocalypse. I have everything else ready for Apocalypse. I'm 2 gear pieces away from Magneto. It's super fucking annoying. But then I'll probably have Apocalypse in like the next like 2 weeks maybe. Shout out Pants. Oh, we were just talking about Pants. But you take the Wave 1 Avengers, and they're a pretty good team for beginners. But if you take the Wave 1 Avengers team into endgame content, they're going to get cooked. You need to spread them out eventually into their respective teams. And I think maybe Battleline does not have to follow that exactly, right? But it's like, okay, after a certain point, Mechagodzilla is just never going to see any play. And if you do have him in a match, there's like a big chance he just loses. He just eats it, right? And that's not what you want out of your characters. The drop-off in this game of characters that actually contribute from early to late game is like not very. I mean, getting bigger day by day because of all the power creep, right? But I lost my train of thought with this. The point is that not every character needs to be OP. Not every character has to compete at the same level. But this game has a really big problem of introducing really powerful characters back to back to back and not boosting the characters that already exist in the game. You know, we just got, they just made Godzilla 1954 like a little bit more powerful, right? Like, that's fine. Like, he's allowed to be like a little bit more powerful. But then you introduced Kamen Rider and this other guy. I just totally placed Mogera on accident, but I guess it works out. Like, it's okay to take Godzilla 54 up a little bit. He's not seeing a lot of play. Let's, boost him up X amount, right? That makes sense to me. But it gets to a point where it becomes like, okay. Like, oh, hold on. That's the chat box. Whoopsies. It gets to a point where it becomes kind of insane that, like, there are characters that are just considered unusable, right? MGK isn't seeing a lot of play. Let's make him for cost. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's some, like, GMK is a perfect example of power creep, and a perfect example of, like, Toho is never going to nerf Batra now, right? They're just going to introduce characters that are, like, better than him. Is there a tier system so a lot of the best units? There is a tier system so a lot of the best units are not viable until X tier. I mean, I don't even think like that, right? It's just like there are some units that true are not extremely viable in the early levels. The 10th Angel, I think, is a very good unit. Not very viable until you hit like level 20, 25. Right? And then you have characters like GMK, who's pretty much like off the bat really good. But you don't need every character to be like busted. You just need like characters to be able to compete. And it just feels like a lot of the older characters that people have like invested a lot of time and money into just cannot compete in the higher levels, which is unfortunate. But I mean, such is the way of the industry, right? They need to make money. They need to keep introducing stuff that's more powerful and more powerful, right? So that's just what's going to happen. Yeah, Pan's bringing Earth in here is such a cheeky move. Evo 08 ain't viable low. Mothra ain't viable low. None of the Evos are. Just got here to tell I don't have Italian food with me. Oh, it's a sad day. Oh, I forgot I had to place my units. But like, see how good his Earth is, being immune to the stuns? Like, that's huge, actually. And Kamen Rider being able to kick around is so much fun, actually. Oh, I should have maybe moved him a little bit more. Ah, shit, the fucking guy. The spider. See how, like, good the spider is at stunning? It's ridiculous. Usability for once. I mean, the ability's not going to even save me here, right? But I'll use it anyway to show you. I get 5 seconds of immortality to get some pot shots on and kind of rearrange my my stuff right here. But his energy recharges too. He can still do things. That's what it is. I agree. When easy for transmission should be a lead 54's level or higher if you have them. For Kamen Rider, basically just yeah. You hit him with the world time stop. Boom. It can save in overtime. Oh yeah. Well, I knew I wasn't winning that even if I did play that. But you are right. It can save in overtime. Just showing off Spooderman Girth. Yeah. The Spooderman Girth team is ridiculous. Can I say hi? Yes, yes, Gerald, you can say hi. So shout out, Gerald. But I lost my train of thought. What I was gonna say, but not every character needs to be busted. They just need to be fun. And there's some characters that are just not fun to use. So I feel like Megalon not being in the game is just weird. I do too. Megalon to me is like, he always was like the default character. I mean, he's the default character in like all the Pipeworks games, right? You always had Megalon. So it just feels like this game launching without Megalon is weird, but Megalon will probably come this year, so I'm not worried. It would be nice if Toho remasters some of the older models too. Some units are starting to look rough. Reminds me of when WoW kept adding content that looked great into the fuzzy old content. Oh yeah, I remember when WoW was like that. I played WoW a while ago. But yeah, like, if you go look at Godzilla 89, his spines are flat planes. Like, they went to Maya or Blender or whatever they use and just put, like, a plane and then the image of the spikes on, or the spines on both sides of the plane. That's literally G89's spines. But all the other Godzillas have, like Shin Godzilla has, like, modeled spines. Like, you can see it's modeled. Game is overall ugly. I actually really like the style of Battleline. I think it's a pretty good style. I just think that some of the older units, some of them don't look right. Locked them down. Look at that. The style's okay, but it's outdated. I think some of the newer stuff looks really, really good. Like Kamen Rider looks fucking awesome, right? Like, he's way more detailed. Like, you could tell in the beginning they were going for, like, a really minimalist kind of thing. But now that they have time to, like, really work on some of these units, the game looks really good. And I think they should go back and rework some of the older characters. Or at least make skins that are better, right? Kamen Rider looks great, of course. And Mechagodzilla 21 has a great model. Yeah, his is great. I main Bio, and she looks rough compared to the new stuff. Exactly, exactly. I think, and she's also, Biollante is also really small in comparison, like, how big she actually is compared to some of these other characters. Like, it's kind of weird. Also, is Kamen Rider have a mustache? Like, what's up with that? I don't know. Ultima looks real off. No, Ultima looks great. I really like Ultima's model. His head's pretty big. His head, he's like a Funko Pop. Ultima's head is huge in this game compared to everything else. It's his hair. It's his hair coming out of the front of his mask. That's like kind of weird. Looks weird with the model. Biolante's like girl size, bro. This size, but I want Kamen Rider to be. All the Evas look fantastic. Can I join you? Yeah, you can join if you put in the code. God, she's so nice. Big fan of her. Miphilus. Rider kick. Oh, it's a waste. Everyone's dead. Fuck it. Whatever. Judgment one looks too small compared to the other Godzilla. I mean, he's one of the biggest Godzilla. Kong looks like he was pulled out of a PlayStation 2 game. All of the teeth also on some of these characters are like all flat planes, which is understandable. But like on Godzilla 1954, the teeth like stretch. Like it doesn't look right. Ah, I see. Fellow Unit 8 sniper. Are they gonna snipe each other? That's weird that they're not sniping each other. Oh well. Oh well, she'll snipe him. If you had to buff a unit into being meta, what would you choose? I would choose Ultima. I would give Ultima the same range as Evangelion Unit 8, and I would make Terrestrius evolve, take 25 seconds, and give him back his 15-second regen. And then Ultima, you could just sit him around and just let him do whatever the fuck he wants. That's what I would do. If I could make one unit meta, I would do that. I would make Ultima just fucking ridiculously overpowered. Shoot him so you can hit this angel and be done with it. Because I don't want him to get hit with the explosion. Ah, he got hit by a little bit. It's fine. Evil 1 can use leader ability as her regular attack. Ooh, that would be insane. My change to make a unit meta that's not meta right now is I would let Kiryu always be using Absolute Zero Cannon as his main attack. I would probably also give Mecha King Ghidorah back a very fast attack time. Maybe not 2.1 seconds like how it was, but probably something similar. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe like a 2.4 second attack time or something like that. Make it a little bit worth it. Bro, these guys are so ridiculous. He's gonna explode. Does it kill him? No. Okay. The Kumo agent, though, is coming in absolutely clutch, though. It's crazy. It actually is insane how good the spider guy is. See, like, that's how I've been having to deal with him in the arena as well. You have to just have them, like, kind of double up with the Gigan and the other Kumo, and you can get the upper hand for real. I can't tell who's winning over here in the back. This like dog pile. Oh, Mogera won. Nice. Ghidorah's a 7-cost unit and a 3-headed dragon. He should hit fast. Exactly. I hope we have a co-op mode one day. Mug's attack speed on Mecha King Ghidorah. I think Violin is broken. She has massive range and decent health, and is decently guaranteed to do damage to either your unit or your leader. I get she can't hit air, but she's amazing against tanks. No, Biollante is really good. Biollante is a really good character. She's always been a really, really good character. They nerfed her like crazy back in the day. Like, for real. They really had to really fuck her up to make sure that she was not like as strong as she used to be. Biollante was crazy. And Biollante is still extremely good. She still has the highest DPS with that boost in the water. It's crazy. In Stealth Bomber video, Bioflower can hit air. I don't know if she used to. Biollante has not hit air. I'm going to hit the studio, by the way. Biollante has not hit air for the entire time that she has been in the game from global launch. I don't know if she used to be able to in beta, but a lot of the videos also from like older videos, like even like alpha footage, a lot of the original characters are from like Like, a lot of their footage is, like, from alpha or, like, beta footage, right? So some of it's wrong now. Now, let's go, Geigen. In water boost, it can nearly 1v1 on Earth. Crazy for a 3 cost. Yeah, no, she's ridiculous for a 3 cost. I mean, she was way better, like, in 2021 and the beginning of 2020. The beginning of 2022 and, the middle, like, summer into winter of 2021, she was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I feel like they should make Stealth Bomber drop bombs along the way to the leader. If they made Stealth Bomber drop bombs along the way to the leader, or gave it, like, actual stealth capabilities, then it would be fine, right? It probably would be better. I just don't like the fact, even with regular Geigen, but I don't know what you would do for him. But for Bomber, like, Bomber doesn't do enough damage for the cost, and for what it does, it just goes straight to the leader. You need to make it, like, also have a purpose. And for the purpose to just, like, show up and die is not it, right? That's not hidden. If it was invisible, like Naranga, and could just go all the way to the enemy leader and to get at least, like, 1 or 2 hits off before it died, then it could be viable. Kamen Rider leader screen is so great to look at, though. Bro, he's so small here that, like, this whole thing covers him. But he looks great. Kamen Rider looks so good. Like, they knocked it out of the park with the Kamen Rider model. It looks awesome. Did I just fight you? We gotta start letting other people get in here. Doesn't make Geigen Senju actually fight units. Yep, there you go. Oh, I see. You brought him in with the snipe. Yeah, I'll live. I'll wait a second. Yeah, that's what I thought. And the Kuma agent is really good for keeping the bomb squad guys away. Make Geigen Senju's buzzsaw hit enemies while he runs. Oh, that'd be perfect. That'd be great. Just like how the Shin Godzilla pre-evolutions, they will hit enemies as they move, or if they're in front of them. That works too. But yeah. Like I said, not every character needs to be busted. They just need, like, every character in this game, they have, like, such a funny way of going about characters in this game. It's like a running joke at this point, at least for me, and, like, I guess in the Discord. Like, and maybe not a running joke, but, like, just a sentiment is, like, every character that they add that's not meta is, like, one minor fix away from being meta. And, like, I guess that is, like, supposed to be, like, you know, for game balancing purposes, right? Not every unit can be busted. But it just feels so weird that so many units are, like, not usable, but, like, one change in, like, stats or, like, ability or something would make them extremely viable. You hate the fact that 4th Ninja can be pushed by Geigen's busted. Aside from Bio, are there any other kaiju who get buffed in the water or don't get a speed decrease? Oh, funny that you mention units that can be boosted when they're in the water. The giant octopus actually gets a 60% 60% slow time increase when it is in water and it hits another unit. Kong moves faster in water too. To more accurately reflect his adventures at sea, is I think the phrasing that Toho used. Kong gets boosted in water. Well, he gets a speed boost in water. Biollante. Kakus. Oh, there we go. Biollante gets 80% boost. Giant Octopus gets a 60% to the slow speed. Kong gets faster in water. There are some characters that also are just not at all stopped by the movement of water, but I don't remember off the top of my head, so I'm sorry, what characters are not affected by the water. I feel like Final Wars Godzilla is not affected by the water. That's why Roxanne Commander title. Kong is faster in water and all Godzillas don't. Yeah, it's weird that Kong, the monkey character, is faster in the water because he hops between boats. But G21, who literally in that movie performs that entire battle in the water, is not faster in water. Final Wars doesn't get affected? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. He doesn't get affected in the water. There are a few characters that are not affected in the water that they don't explicitly state. You just kind of have to look out for it. But I think in the reveal kit for Final Wars Godzilla, they specifically mentioned that he would not be affected by the water. It's funny because most monkeys can't even swim. Well, I can swim. So I take offense to that. I swim. I learned how to swim at a very early age, and I take my knuckles and I walk across the pool deck, and then I just drop into the water. Or it simply walks over. Yeah, Earth doesn't get slowed by water. He's too big. It wouldn't even matter. If Shinji was faster with his base attack and faster walking, he would be decent. No, if Shin Godzilla was just only the AoE, he would be busted, right? Can you join now? You have to join the code. I'm not making the rooms for anyone unless they're a channel member and they specifically request a battle. But this code is up for you to use. Checking Discord real quick for any pings of people. I didn't see who joined. Is this someone that we fought already? Alright, it is Monkey Sir Melee here. Gotta be fast with the code. I can swim, but I can't swim good. Swim team busted. That Shin should have a long range like he does in the movie. Right now, he's like the worst unit to me. Well, technically, the long range like he has in the movie is his leader ability, right? It's the leader ability. M-Boss. Confronting yourself? Yeah, this is the personal battle, obviously. There's the angel. But then we got the 10th angel is immune to explosions, right? How many more immune to explosion units do you think we're going to have? Probably a lot. The explosions are everywhere. I bet you that he wasn't immune to explosions originally, and they added that in because of the rise in the explosion meta. I guarantee it. Would you rather have the next Monsterverse collab be the Mutos or Ghidorah and Rodan? That's a tough one. I will say that I would like it if the next Monsterverse collab was the Mutos. Because we already have three different kinds of Rodans, and we have 3 Ghidorahs. So I feel like the Mutos would be a really interesting pick and pretty unique as well. They are characters that there's nothing really like them, at least to my knowledge, in the Godzilla continuity, and we really don't get to see a lot of the Mutos. I personally like them a lot. I think they're pretty cool. I have a figure of I think it's the female. I have a figure of the female Muto somewhere back there, which is pretty neat. No, I think it's the male one, because the male one's the skinny with the wings. So I like the Muto. I'm down for Mutos. I feel like that the Toho characters that were in GVK or GMK are oh my god, KOTM, Jesus Christ, are cool and they're fine. But I really am a big fan of the Mutos a lot, and I think that they would be super cool. And they don't get a lot of love, so it'd be better if they were in here. Singular point Rodan Swarm, let's go. That also is huge. I have a deep feeling that whenever they add singular point Anguirus, they'll just throw us a bone and also give us singular point Rodan. Right? Singular point Rodan was on one of the polls, and they scored really low, but I feel like there's enough. I mean, there's literally got 7 votes, but I feel like they would just say fuck it, because they also gave us GMK eventually, who also scored 13th or 14th on the poll of 19, and then there was Gigan in February that also he scored really low. And Mechagodzilla has a model, but he scored the lowest. Sorry, Dub. But so I feel like we could get Rodan singular point as well. Also, we didn't get a poll. Normally we get polls around this time, right? March, April. Or last year the poll was in March or April, and then the year before that the poll was 2 months after the game came out. but we haven't gotten a poll yet. I suspect that they're not going to give us any more polls based on the octopus fiasco. But I hope there's a poll soon, because I'm really itching to vote again. But I have a feeling that there might not be. Just saying, just a thought. Moves using EMP and weakened range attack against the AoE. That would be cool too. Vote Giant Condor. Listen, I am not going to be the person that convinces everybody to vote for a particular character again. That did not go over very well with a lot of people. I had a lot of fun though with it, so we'll see what happens in the future. But if there's another vote and there's a fun character on there like the Gargantuas or Godzilla 98, if they do Zilla's version, or like Gorosaurus, like you said in the chat, or like a fun monster that's like not really like has a big chance of getting in the game, right? I would throw my vote in for them. And every time there's a survey, I record myself doing the survey and uploading it, so that expect like the same if there's another poll. And speaking of, I got to do the survey that they put out for the gems, like to talk about the new game mode. I have opinions on the new game mode, so I got to do my part and do the survey, of course. But I haven't done that yet. Maybe if there's no major announcements tomorrow, because I know today technically is the first in Japan, but normally around 5 a.m. my time is when they do like major announcements for the game. So I'm waiting to see like if anything major gets announced tonight for tomorrow regarding the Chibi anime. I can't imagine that like something crazy is happening tomorrow in the game. But if tomorrow's video, if there's nothing crazy Chibi related tomorrow that we need to talk about, then tomorrow's video is probably gonna end up being me doing the fucking thing. Yo, I have 1,000 IQ theory that Toho archived Ultraman stream and link puts you to Matthias and Zed on its 100% Ultraman Part 3 tease. They archived that stream? That's interesting. Basically, would you an icon or the whole Chibi collab? That seems to be it. Like, they said in the blog today that they would be giving out a sticker and icons. So that could be the entire Chibi collab. I'm waiting for, like I said, 5 a.m. today to see if they drop anything else. I mean, on their Twitter, what did they put on their Twitter today? Well, I went out to go get a pizza. Well, I was out getting a cupcake. Was out getting a pizza, and they added 2 things to their Twitter. They added 3. They added a trailer for Bound and Line narrated by whoever is voicing the Hedera in the Chibi show. Then they posted a picture of the sticker, and they were in the title, and they were like, claim these now. And then they added a picture of Chibi Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla on a beach. So maybe tomorrow we get something else. Maybe there's more icons, right? Maybe like this is the start of like a bunch of icons. If it's only these 2, that's gonna be like it would be kind of lame for a collab, but I'm not gonna complain about free stuff. So as far as collaborations go for Godzilla shows, this is the second best. The best collaboration for Godzilla show we've had is the Singular Point season, part 1 and part 2 with Ultima and then Jet Jaguar Singular Point. Then it would be this, and then it would be the Godziban stuff, because the Godziban stuff was just offers. There was no challenges and nothing free with the Godziban stuff. It was just you had to pay for it, right? At least this stuff was free. So this is the second best show collab that they've had, right? But I'm hoping My now that I know that it's just stickers and icons, allegedly it's just stickers and icons. My hope is that maybe tomorrow we get one for Mothra Chibi, and maybe the next day is Ghidorah Chibi, and then the next day is like Mechagodzilla Chibi, Hedorah Chibi, Rodan Chibi. Like maybe just for a week, every day for like a week, maybe we just get like a new poster or like a new icon or a new sticker or something. Like that could be fun, you know? That would be a nice, fun collaboration thing, you know, no real stakes, just a bunch of free fun shit for the cute little Chibi show. Okay? I feel like that would be fine, right? That's not like too much to ask for. But if this is the end of it and it's just the little... If it's just the little guy, if it's just him, I'm totally okay. I'm totally okay if it's just him, but it would be way nice if they just did like a bunch of free shit for us. I mean, I'm never going to say no to free stuff, of course, but I mean, if they kind of like, they didn't like really make it like a big deal, but they mentioned it super early if there'd be a Chibi collab, and they're posting about it like a ton on Twitter. I feel like it'd be kind of lame if they just gave us this little icon. I mean, it's a fun icon, it's cute, I like it. But, I feel like that's it. Also, Gerald, like I said, I'm not joining any chat requests unless you're a member of the channel or on the Discord. Those are the only battles that I take from viewer requests. Otherwise, you have to get in the room when I create the room. If we get Hedorah icon on busting, I agree with we need that both the Mudas are added. The male and the Muda would be a 3-star. Fair. Use Godzilla 54. Godzilla 54 is like not really any different though. Like they didn't really change him. They just changed his attack speed. But I'll use him if you want me to. I'll switch him out for I'll just swap this one for him. Where is he? Mine's here, 21. 21. I mean, I feel like this deck is fine. They buffed his movement speed too for some reason. Yeah, they buffed his movement speed and they buffed his attack speed, even though in the blog post it said that they upped his damage. We're about to get the final worst sweep. O2 shorter attack speed, 0.2 seconds shorter attack speed, and buff nerf speed. King Organizer do one same. 21, yeah. Is this also the same one? Is this my mom again? Monkeys from Melee? Is Monkeys from Melee and my mom's gotta be two different players. Hey, are the Monster vs. Kaiju still findable in Expeditions? Yes, they are. G21, Kong, and Mechagodzilla 21, MG21 are all still findable in Expeditions. They are leaving Expeditions in June. The final day of the June season is the final day that they're available, I presume until the next Monsterverse thing comes out. Or until 6 months later when they bring them back for some reason. Because that seems to be what they're doing with them. The Mephiles stun. Oh, burning for 3? Don't mind if I do. I haven't found a single Kong G20 where Mechagodzilla 21 since the Mechagodzilla season. Same, I haven't found them either. Wonder what a deck full of Even and Angel units would look like. Sounds interesting. There's a few videos on YouTube of people who have done full like Evangelion decks. I think TS Dragon made one the other day. I don't think Shin Japanese Hero is leaving anytime soon, to be honest. I don't either. I think Shin Japanese Hero is staying for a long time. I reached out to Toho for comment on it. They are generally pretty good at responding to me whenever I have questions about the game, unless they're trying to be like cheeky for whatever reason, where like I asked them about the egg rewards and like what were the odds of like pulling what from eggs, and they said, I talked to the producer of Battleline and I asked him what the rates were for the eggs, not the transformation rate, right, but like level to level, like what is, if I were to open up a level 2 legendary egg, like what is the odds that I get something out of that? And he told me that I needed just to reach out to Toho specifically. So instead of just him, he said he couldn't answer me on Twitter. So, or over Twitter. So I messaged Toho about it. And then they basically told me like that they'll eventually get back to me, and they never did. And I don't think they will. I was going somewhere with this. The collabs. So the collabs, when Godzilla and Kong first came to the game, they didn't have an expiration date until they did, but they let us know a few months in advance. I think they let us know in like November or December that they would be leaving in like a few months, right? Maybe even before that. So, or maybe they even let us know before even that, right? But regardless, they let us know well in advance that they were leaving. The fact that none of the Shin Japanese heroes have a time on their blogs that say when they're leaving is also kind of sick. And I've reached out to Toho for comment on that too, and they basically have just been like, eh. So they'll probably be around, if I had to guess, for at least another year. Maybe not a full year. Maybe like the Shin Japanese heroes are in the game for the rest of 2023. Right? While the collab, as long as the Shin Japanese Hero Universe collaboration stuff is going on in Japan, like the museum or whatever it is you can go to and all the toys that you can buy and stuff, as long as that's going on, they'll be in this game for sure. Comment is 100% a part to come, and game needs them at the moment, so year minimum. I think we're safe. I think all of the collaboration units that are Shin Japanese Hero Universe are safely in this game for the next rest of 2023 for sure, right? Probably a decent ways into 24. Maybe April 2024 is when they go away, because that'll be a year from Kamen Rider, right? Or maybe they'll do it a full year from whenever the last collab hits. But Godzilla Kong and Mechagodzilla 21 are leaving in they're leaving in June like 30th or something. For the collab, that collab ends, and so whenever the July season starts is when they go away. Do you think Gamera and his enemies have a chance of being in the game? 0% chance. We discussed this earlier on stream. I do not think Gamera has a shot at joining this game. That's not like me being like a hater or anything. It's just the rivalry between Toho and Katakawa or whatever their company is just like insane, right? So I don't think that it's coming. Gamera would have all my juice easy. Gamera would be an absolute moneymaker. If they added Gamera to the game, it would be like a instant moneymaker. They would make a ridiculous amount of money if Gamera was added to this game. I do not foresee Gamera coming to the game because there's such a rivalry between the two companies. Since Toho partially has rights to Shin Japanese Hero Universe movie, they're much easier to keep than the Legendary things. Yeah, and you'd think it would be maybe opposite, because Legendary, but I guess I bet you it's distribution rights. Legendary has the distribution rights to their Godzilla and Kong and all of them, but Toho has the distribution rights to the Legendary, or to the Shin Japanese stuff, right? So it's like probably easier for Toho to be like, oh, let's have like these guys join or not. If I had to guess, the big knife head camera kaiju named Giron would be so sick that there's no shot. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's like no shot that they add Gamera stuff. I'm skipping this song. It's like a little too sensual for me. I gotta watch the new Gamera thing, though. I haven't watched any Gamera before, but the new Gamera anime seems pretty cool. Everyone on my Discord likes Gamera. I probably should just watch it like while I'm at work this week. Do they really have any rivalry? The only thing I can remember that's close to rivalry was that one scene from Gamera Super Monster, or whatever it's called. Listen, I'm just going over what I'm getting told by people who are more like deep in the kaiju community than I am. I'm only like, I've been a Godzilla fan for a lifetime, but I've only been recently really ingrained into the online kaiju discourse because of my Discord, so I'm just regurgitating what they say. But I also feel like I knew that there was a Gamera and Godzilla rivalry from like a while back too, regardless of the Discord. Oh look, he's immune to Stealth Bomber. You haven't paid a single cent on this game and made it to the top 2,000 people, usually between 1,300 and 2,000. I'm proud of myself considering my units are considered quite low. There you go. It's all about, listen, if you're proud, you're proud, you're proud, you're proud. That's it. That's all that it comes down to, right? But yeah, shout out to Mr. Impavid, yeah. What level is this guy gonna force rate being good? Mine's level 15, and he's ripping it up in the arena, so level 15, I guess. Gamer was literally created to rival Godzilla. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm sure Toho doesn't want to support a rival property, and I don't think that they were ever rivals with, like, Ultraman, because Ultraman was Subaraya, and they're pretty chill about Subaraya. They even lent him the Godzilla suits, right? So... And then Evangelion is just because, like, Anno. And they've been doing collabs with Evangelion for a long time. And then I don't know Godzilla's history with Kamen Rider, but I can't imagine it's that terrible if he's in this thing with them. Gamera is the Pepsi to Godzilla's Coca-Cola. What would the Muto EMPs do if they were added? Probably shut down enemy characters. Maybe shut down enemy mechanical characters. But I would think... Smelly's girl. But I think that the Muto ability, like, could be to shut down your energy production. You EMP the enemy leader, and it shuts down their ability to make energy. Could be sick. Could be sick. You could make it shuts down mecha units, but then if it just shut down mecha units, like, it would be kind of lame because none of the mecha units are really super useful. If you made it so it just is it just like is a general stun, that probably would be pretty sick. Right? Probably super useful too. Is he gonna kill my guys when he explodes? A little bit. Even Kamen aren't really relevant kaiju things, and has always been chill. Yeah, Godzilla and Ultraman have always been like boys, and then Kamen Rider and Evangelion aren't like even a threat in that same domain, right? So. Not like how Gamera is. Gamera is like a big like competitor, the biggest competitor directly to Godzilla. So we need bootleg OG Godzilla from Ultraman. Gomez was in Shin Ultraman, right? Gomez could be cool in this as a skin for Godzilla or something. Just a skin for Shin Godzilla, that could be fun. They really could do a lot with skins in this game, especially with like Ultra Kaiju. But they're not. I don't know why. It's super lame. They need to be doing more for skins. I'm a big fan of skins, and they just like lack entirely here. What if the Mutos had debuff effect? Like, seems like in line with how G15's fire was less in the movie. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, you could do like one of them applies damage down or something, and one of them like you could make the Muto the 3, like the you can make the male Muto. Like a Rodin 1993 and give it like a minor speed boost to units or something like that. And you can make the female Muto a legendary and give her like a debuff like a GMK. Kaiju universe is just as good if not better than GBL on the fence. Why? Because one, there's a million kaiju and you have more control over them, and it's quite relaxing too. Well, it's also like a Roblox game, right? It's like totally different than GBL, but I see your point. There's a lot of kaiju universe enjoyers in my Discord and my chats. Ultimate could be a good counter to the stun meta too, by the way. I believe Sniper Stun is counter meta right now, but I have yet to really test that theory. Some of the Ultimate Kaiju are just Godzilla reskins. I mean, Naranga is basically just Baragon. An attack speed buff unit would be strong as fuck. Oh yeah, maybe not an attack speed, but maybe just like movement speed is probably what I meant to say. Eva competes with other mecha stuff like Gundam and Kamen with the other superhero stuff. It makes sense. They're definitely not competing with Godzilla. Bro, this Ultima is going crazy. Bro, Ultima's an absolute unit, dog. Bro, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and the Mogara combo is kind of deadly, actually. Pacific Rim needs to be added to this game someday. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I was literally talking about in the beginning of the stream, where, like, people are requesting like Pacific Rim get added. I'm not. This isn't specifically to you, Mecha Gator, but like people will request. Like I've seen it. People will request that they add like Power Rangers or Pacific Rim to this game, and they complain when Kamen Rider comes. You know, it's just funny that we've come full circle. I'm not like singling you out, right? I'm not saying that you believe that. It's just funny that you mentioned it. That you mentioned Pacific Rim. Also, we've been going an hour 40. We'll do some more battles, and then I'll head off. But we're down for more battles. We're still chilling. If they bring Baragon, they need to bring TS Strike. Is this my dad now, too? If they bring Baragon to the game, they got to get TS to hit that. Not to hit that. Oh, my God. TS and Baragon? They need to get TS to do a live stream with them. Wait, Baragon, his name is Naranga. Yeah. Based and Naranga pilled. You know what? Nothing beats G98. He's the GOAT. He deserves lots of love. I agree. I wonder if we're going to get any kaiju who shares each one's attack style. The 10th Angel does. The 10th Angel and Zeton both have scaling attack the longer that they're out in the field, and the more that they charge up, the more powerful their attack is. It's not exactly like G21, but it's pretty similar. But G21 is way stronger. Yeah, G21's is G21's is by far the strongest of the bunch, but like 10th Angel and Zetons are like kind of in the same like vein. They're just not nearly as good. They're different because they're not like just scaling it by the second. They're scaling when they hit the bar threshold, right? And they're not nearly as powerful. But G21 is pretty good, man. G21. If you're watching this, Queen Neurovania, I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but we had a battle today in the arena, and their G21, I like missed the Kamakuris placement by like a second, and their G21 nearly got me. Zeton Sec does like 0.3 damage in his strongest phase. Yeah, exactly. Zeton is not very powerful, and the 10th Angel is very strong, but you need like ridiculous levels on him. G21 is pretty much good off the rip. Like, he's really solid because his damage will just scale and scale and scale like forever. I wish I was playing with the 4th Angel. Add it into the game and get more levels on it. Oh, you wish you were playing when the 4th Angel was added to the game, get more levels on it. Man, I've been playing since 4th Angel was added to the game, and I barely get anything for him, bro. It feels like the 4th Angel is the thing I get the least amount of shit for. And it's so annoying. Because it's the one character that I want more shit for. Watch this. We gotta hit him with the rider kick. Pause him. You can circumvent the rider kick by dropping things after the kick, right? But the leader being stopped is huge right now. Got him. Mine is still 19. Yeah, mine literally just hit 20 like last week. Have I tried kids on stream? I haven't actually tried kids on stream. That's a good idea. We'll do that. You know what we could do? Hold on, let me switch it up. Let's do this. Let's put you here. You kids. Yeah, kids doing 4 now. Please do Zeton kids. Man, we've done Zeton kids for a long time already. We don't need to do any more Zeton kids. That shit works, of course, right? Okay. It's kind of funny how your deck named Kamada-kun does have Shin Godzilla. Is it named Kamada-kun? I don't even. My decks are just named. Hold on. I've fought you like 100 times already. Let's get someone else in here. It doesn't, yeah. I don't even like name my decks. My decks were probably named. I don't even know how I name my decks. They probably were like making a video or typed it in on stream or something, and I never changed it. I like barely even change the names of my deck. There we go. Please stop. With his Godzilla 2004. Y'all ever seen Earth Zayton attack? Funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, we did. We did that actually when Zayton the night Zayton got added to the game. We did it on stream. It was pretty funny. You just got Kumo's logs again, bro. I literally didn't get. I haven't gotten this Kumo augment in anything today, right? I unlocked him literally by the map for 15 wins with like Kamen Rider on your team. Is he gonna hit the Batra? Fuck him up, yeah. Yeah. Teleport the Kamen Rider. Teleport Kamen Rider. Teleport the Kamen Rider. Oh yeah, I don't know if you mentioned it, but the new rent system is peak. Oh, I did mention it in this morning's video. I mentioned it. I haven't mentioned it on stream, but I mentioned it in the video this morning. That the new rent system is actually really good. The new rent system actually is crazy. And like Administration 1 has already like a ridiculously higher level characters now with the rent than he would have otherwise. I think he has the Kumo. Last time I spoke to Administration 1 today, his Kumo agent was 14 and it was rented at like 27 or something like that, right? Like that's crazy. We do a hiya kick. I love the way he kicks the flying units. It's so sick. Look, he kicks the explosion away. It's fire. Psych. Skirt. Yo, the kids is so funny. When Varian is added, he needs to be able to swap between flying and walking like Ultraman. Oh, yeah. I feel like I mentioned when Ultraman first came to the game that I was like, oh, this just seems like something that they're adding in case Varian ever comes. Remember when Super X was 3 cost? Man, Super X 3 cost was busted as all hell, man. That shit was awesome. That was peak. And we'll never hit another age like that ever again. But that was peak. That was as good as Battleline ever is going to be. When the, when Super X was that price. You made a meme and you shared in the Discord? Awesome. Also got in leader tier list for coming. Yeah, I got to make a leader tier list too. Don't worry, it's coming. Kick. The Kamen Rider kick is so funny. I just realized I don't have like a ton of anti-air in this deck now. I got rid of a lot of them. We could do like this, I guess. While they're distracted on him. Kamen Rider kick. Hit him and explode. Don't kill my guy. Fuck. It's okay. Kamen Rider does his kick. When Super X 2 and 3 are going to show up? I really want Super... Out of all the Super X's, I want Super X 3. God, it's from the Destroy movie. That's my favorite of the Godzilla movies. Or one of my favorites, I should say. Kick. Ah, shit. We're losing here. Fucking random ass deck. Look, we're going to lose, and then Stop is going to go into the Discord and tell me how good this Godzilla is at Final Wars, because he beat me with it. I'm using this jank-ass team. I know it's coming, please stop. I know, and I know you're listening. I know it's coming. Godzilla 4 sweep from Chef. I need more anti-air. Freezing missiles would be dope. Freezing missiles, that kind of range would be like ridiculous. I gotta switch it up. I have no anti-air. Hold on. Let's take you out. Put this one back in. Kids, it was not hitting like we thought. Let's do this. Remove you. Let's do Super X. And then I don't want you on the team anymore. I'll do this. I think we're cooking. Oh, let me change the leader. This one. You said Godzilla 04. You're saying Godzilla 04 sweep, right? Your Godzilla 04 did like not anything for your team there. It was just like on top of like the team was fine. Godzilla 04, he could have been any other unit and it wouldn't have mattered. He did not do the lifting for the team. Just saying. The moveset is fun, but out of everything that we just did in that battle, he helped kill the leader. What do you mean? That leader could have been any other character in the game. Could have been any other character. The the 10th Angel did all of the heavy lifting on that team. For sure. Maybe everyone just come around and pound attack. There is a Earth. Battle of the Century, spamming. Now it's King Ghidorah's mom plays. Is this Pans? There's the augment. Yep, of course. Everything is called Geo4. You lost to Geo4. God, the range on it is fucking ridiculous. Actually, it is insane. Let's do this. Mbot base. Interesting. Who the fuck is using Mbot base? Oh, let's try to stop that shit from happening right there. There we go. Can I kick all of them out of the way? Hell yeah. Kamen Rider's just walking around with his little arms out, trying to get some kicks in. And the Kumo agent's just getting like his little web shooties in. Took down Girth. I think Kamen Rider should get stronger when attacked by flyers because he gets powered up from wind and you know wings flapping. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Kamen Rider fact that I did not know. Ah, energy base in fix. That's so much fun. He's gonna hit me with the absolute zero cannon. Kumo just soloed Girth. Kumo is a monster. There's the Mbot base again. There's the enemy Kumo agent. Let's do like this. Stop him here, maybe. Kill him. Super X. Got him. Oh, my Super X is dead too. It's fucked. Kumo agent, pick somewhere. Pick a side. Pick a lane. Come on. Okay. Let's do like this. Let's do like bam. Hit them. Oh, we killed one of those things. We'll augment here. But he was a guy, not a monster. Kamen Rider, yeah. I mean, Kamen Rider is just a guy, right? But he's a fucking monster in this game. And the Kumo agent. I'm gonna lose to this fucking Earth too. Come on, Kumo agent. Come on, agent. Get him. Get after him. Hit him. Ah, you son of a bitch. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna hit me with the ready. Nice. Earth has been pretty good in fix so far. You get the energy base. Lame. I'm getting pretty salty though. That's fine. Using 01. You're using 01. Use your ability. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the ability. I always forget about the abilities. Yo, I knew it. I knew it. I can't use the ability. Of course. Fucking idiot. That's pretty good to be a pretty good team, though. Fucking stupid ass using it fixed, though. Switching up. I couldn't even hit the ability because I was moving. Gee, Cookie Monster. That was me? Oh, it's super annoying. Of course it was. Wait, if a unit who can counter close range attack come around, wouldn't it be busted or useless? Wait, if a unit who can counter close range attack come around, would it be busted or useless? Oh, like, you mean, Jet Jaguar? Was me, not me? Cookie Monster not me? Thought it was. Oh well. Well, GG's Cookie Monster. What was that deck? The Angel, Earth, and something else? I'm not even gonna bother with it. Kamen Rider leader. Let's do one more battle. Let's do one more battle. Taking you out. We're doing this. Play Girth? I'm not playing Girth. Do full stuns? I'm not. It's too late. There's 7 stun units. Shit, maybe. That deck that I just fought was almost like all stuns. Oh, Dice wants to battle? Alright. After this one, Dice, you'll be the last one. Send me a... Are you in the Discord? You can send me a code? Or I guess you could just send me a code here. Oh, we failed to connect to the server. Well, it looks like Dice, you've moved up. Send me a code. Send me a spicy code, Dice. And I will get in there. Is Kamen Rider leader ability able to be immune to absolute zero if timed correctly? Yeah, it is. If you can hit it. If you're walking, it could be a problem. But send me a code, Dice, and we'll get you in here. Dice, please. Dice. Dice. He did. Where? I don't see it. Alright, crap. My team. This guy's still... Both Geigans? Guy Horse Fighter 2.0 can hit air. That'd be sick. I want to battle. Disappears. Alright, well... I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this battle, Dice. Reminder, all frag codes can be used for... I mean... I could put my friend this up, right? And have him join, but I'm not sure which his account is, so I don't want to take like a random battle. He posted it? Where did he post it? Where did he post the code? I do not see the code. Up? Is it this one? Enter room code? No. That didn't work. Where? I didn't see it. I don't see any messages from him other than I want to fight and I want to battle. I don't see a room code from him. At least in my chat. You say I'm blind. I'm looking right now through the entire chat. The only thing that looks like a room code I see is yours, which is 117013. But I don't see anything from Dice and Deadlift specifically. His name would be highlighted in the messages, and I don't see it. Stevie Wonder, shut up. Chat keeps lagging. People keep hopping in. Oh, just Dice. Oh, just okay. Chat's lagging. Do you have one like over Discord that you could send me? Can I like whisper to you over YouTube? Oh, hold on. That didn't even appear on my chat. 10... I don't think did that work? There's no way. This room does not exist, or it's full. He doesn't really have a dance, he just does punches. I like his scarf though. Please. He doesn't have time for dancing. Dice, what's your name in the game? Because I can just create the room and then leave and enter until you come in for the match. But I am needing to go. So we'll do this until we can get you in here. Supplies in game. Got it. Okay. I'll just drop something. Gaslighting of the century. I hate you. I don't know why I keep chat on. I'm turning that shit off. Alright, Dice. Well, I'll wait for you to join this game specifically. And it's SUPP Lice. Got you. You ready for the tier list flaming video? You're almost done with it? Okay, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Now GMK Superfan is just gonna keep doing that and ruining it. I don't know how to. I wish I could like whisper. Like on Twitch, you can like whisper to viewers. Dice just has to be a little bit faster with it because GMK Superfans is going to keep getting in, and I'm just going to have to keep canceling it, and then we're just not going to have a battle for Dice. Dice, if you're in the Discord, GMK Superfan, just stop doing it. If Dice is in the Discord, then I can just talk with him through the Discord, right? But you're banned from my Discord? You remember the guy that messaged me? I want to apologize. This happened a while ago back. Bro, I don't even remember that. I could probably just unban you if you just don't be like a dickhead again. I guess that's probably why you got banned. That's generally the only reason why we ban people. Yeah, we don't. Dyson Deadlift's not in the Discord either. Subplace in the Discord too? Oh my god, you fucking GMK fan. Okay, so you're also in the Discord. There is no subplace in the Discord, by the way. SUPL. No, I don't have anyone named subplace in the Discord too. I don't know. What pack you smoking? I'm trying to look for subplace. I don't see it. Literally just posted in the memes. Oh, I'm trying to at you, but I don't. In GBO memes or regular memes? Oh, I see. It's because you don't have a. It's because you don't have a role. Hold on, Mothra. Let me give you this. Hold on. Let me give you another one, really quickly. Can I give you? I'll have to give you special permissions in a bit after stream, but hold on. Supplies. There. Send your code in the channel that I just tagged you in. Dice, send it there. And I'll join your match. I tagged you in it in the PvP section. So just make the room code and put your code in there. And then we can battle. Alright, there we go. It's code. Huge W. There we go, Subplace. There we go. Huge W. Gaslight 3.0. Alright, let's hit it. Let's get it going. Oh my god. I'm going to go ballistic. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. Where is Improvid? There you go. Invoke the ban. Improvid, your ban has been revoked. I don't think the battle. End of the stream has been so ridiculous. Oh my god. This whole has been so insane. Like all my shit just like turned off and back on again. Bro, what is going on over here, dog? Bro, what? Where's my energy at? Bro, what the fuck is happening? I didn't even click the Dimension Tide, bro. What is happening to my game? Alright, well that's it. That's the final one of the night. I gotta go. That was interesting. We can get a rematch in the Discord if you want, but all of my shit is just fucking like just shutting off and on again. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. That's all I got for you tonight, you guys. I'm over it. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Thank you all so much for watching. We figured it out. I gotta go. What was even going on? I don't know. We'll figure it out in the next one. I did lose. I accept that I lose. But I just had like all my mouse just turned off, my microphone just turned off, and the keyboard turned off, and then I'm chipmunked. I'm not saying the game was fucked up. I'm saying like I just had a bunch of shit go wrong. So that's all I got for you anyway, because I do have to go. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.